the electoral.
Governance is a continuous process.
Yeah.
It doesn't start and end in 2023.
You are saying this now because of the eminent, the fact that it's eminent that some of us, our colleagues, may not have the.
No, we have not been voting. And guess what?
When it gets to after the elections, we also keep quiet. We won't say anything.
No, we are talking now. We are talking now.
Because elections are closed.
Governance is a continuous process. We can't just pretend that we are only talking because of 2023. Let me tell you something. The advocacy in the past 20 years on political platform has helped change so many things on our electoral process. And we cannot relent on our calls to have a better society.
I agree with you.
Good morning,
we also need to push.
Let me think.
Maybe when they are considering the next amendment of the
exactly.
Good morning, TV. Good morning, Mustafa. Good morning, dear listener. Let me start from where Mustafa stopped. Having those offering essential duties to vote is very important, just like the issue of diaspora voting. And these are the issues that I think the INEC will collate or the National Assembly will collate, and the next review or amendment of the Electoral Act, they will know that they will have to consider accommodating it. But we are still growing. Some people will say we are still a nascent democracy. Our electoral process is still growing. So having election voting for essential duty providers, nurses, doctors, media men, security officers, we have to be extra careful about that because we know who Nigerians are. TV, congratulations to Nigerians that have been yearning for an extension of the PVC collection at the world level. It's, some of us expected it, and some other persons have gone beyond that. Even some INEC officials have even complained that why not take the collection to the polling unit level to decentralize it. And yesterday, I must tell you my bitter experience. I was at one of the wards to collect my PVC. I've been delaying it, and I decided not to go through the VIP. I wanted to join the queue to see if I can collect it. And my experience was ugly, and I have a recording of it. I haven't called an INEC official and to tell him this is my experience.
Did you collect the PVC?
I didn't collect it.
They said you should come back.
I'm an ordinary Nigerian, TV. I decided to join the queue, but what I saw, these boys gather themselves, and as you are coming, they will just collect your name on a sheet of paper, and they'll take you to the corner and ask you to drop something. Once you drop something, they go through the fence, give it to the INEC officials, and things have changed hands. And they just come out and call, TV Tiaf, Abulo Semahu, coming. And people are joining the queue. People are waiting in the queue. Pregnant women.
Which center is that? So that
this center
the resident electoral commissioner in the FCT.
This center is the one inside Apo resettlement. I'm very angry, TV, because I was there and I witnessed women with children joining the queue. But these persons will come with the paper and just select a few that have given them tips. So I did a recording of the list that they were writing by the corner. I did a recording of the man that came to the front and was talking. When I silently called him to the side, I say, are you an INEC official? I'm so person. He said, no. He's just trying to help out. He's not an INEC official. The INEC officials are far inside. You can't even see them. So, Tevin, yes, INEC has extended. That is good. But some of us have also yearned and called for INEC to involve all stakeholders. And what do I mean? The civil defense is there. The police is there. Ask them to man some of these densely populated PVC collection centers. It will help to coordinate the place and help to check such illegalities as in collecting money before you can get your PVC. And we have also advocated that if you have densely populated wards, you can have a poor resettlement ward A split into 2 or 3 so that people can easily collect, but we know it's one ward. So these are the things that INEC supposed to have known, because you have this data this information in your data. In
a nutshell, you are saying the corruption begins with the INEC agents, right?
This person I spoke with said he's not an INEC official, but he's just trying to coordinate. And I spoke with an INEC official on phone and said this is my experience, and he expressed his displeasure over the incident and call for support of stakeholders. So going forward, TV.
So clearly, let's put it out there. There is a call on the resident electoral commissioner in the Federal Capital Territory, and indeed resident electoral commissioners across the country. They need to take interest in this, not just sitting and waiting for reports from their officials.
They should monitor. They should go out and monitor
the process.
Quickly, yesterday I made a mistake. Yesterday I said before you go collect your PVC, you can log on to cvr.inecnigeria.org. I have mistakenly called it CRV. Maybe somebody wants to give me CRV. So it's cvr.inecnigeria.org.
Yes. Hizoji, what's your take? You have your own PVC, I guess. So you will not be going through what Abulu has had to go through in the last 24 hours.
Well, Tewik, sincerely, because when you ask me this question now, I'm just, I'm in between saying whether I have it or not. But the truth is that I don't have it. And maybe I also have, all of us, we have this journalistic instinct in us. Like Abulu has decided to become an ordinary Nigerian. Because I'm sure if he had gotten there and, said he was a journalist, because of the fact that he's a journalist, maybe they will quickly...
Now he would have come back with this story.
So he has seen things for himself. And this is the practical day-to-day experience of most Nigerians. And when we say these things, on air or in report, it looks as if but it's seamless. Most people don't want to go out. It's the last minute rush. Yes. But these are practical experience and example, like Abulu has, and he has told you that he had it recorded. So if anybody wants to dispute, maybe we'll come and see the record. So while we are commending INEC, for the extension, we must also say that the extension is also due to the lapses that they have caused, because you have shortage of staff, the organization of these people, maybe when they come and how things have been done. And we've done reports also that there are certain persons who, I think it was in the Orozo axis, one of our reporters was in the Orozo, and she came back and said that certain boys,
Orozo in Abuja.
Yeah, in Abuja.
Abuja municipal.
Certain persons come to you, they say, how many are you people? Give us your names, and they write it down. I think what they say 1,000 per person and all that. But some of security retired officers.
Yeah, clearly.
So, but how do you differentiate? You are in a place to get your PVC. You want to be able to access it. Somebody walks up to you to say, okay, how can we do, or this is what you should do, and you want to get the PVC. Not some Nigerians have actually paid this money. Say, look, let me just get it. So, but like Mustafa has said, beyond getting this PVC, you should be able to make good use of it. And another issue that is of concern, which someone raised on our sister station earlier in the day, is the fact that these PVCs that you've collected, the prayer also is that you do not get technologically disenfranchised, because you can get, on the day of election, you go there, you have your name, you are duly registered, and then the BVAS does not recognize you, or you have once you try once, twice, because the queue is much, you may have to give way. So it's a whole process, that you keep, following, and hope that the votes of Nigerians actually count. Also, one of the issues making it to the pages of the newspaper on the front burner is the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari is calling on the international community in Nigeria
to stay clear.
To stay clear, of the Nigerian election. But many persons are saying that we Nigerians are the ones who even go to them first. Every major political statement most of the time comes from outside Nigeria, because sometimes the Nigerian media wants to make money out of certain candidates, or we are seen as people who, I don't know, maybe they feel that we don't have that power if it's not coming from outside the shores. Then but you are saying they should not meddle, but you are going to them at every.
You see, clearly, Hizoji, those of us who are students of international law and diplomacy look at it differently. By the time a country signs a number of treaties, a number of agreements and protocols and instruments, you've considered some part of your sovereignty. That is clear. I hope the president has been briefed appropriately. Those days when sovereignty was absolute for nations, those days are gone. I know that Nigeria, for instance, has signed up to the African Protocol on political, engagement and all of that, even that of ECOWAS, and that. And in the same breath where the president was saying they should not interfere, he was saying ECOWAS and all of that are working to stop unconstitutional change of. So what are they not interfering in the affairs of those countries? Clearly, democracy has become a global and a universal commodity, and everybody in every part of the world gets involved or is interested. And as he was saying this, the UK High Commissioner was at the Labour Party Secretary, and what did he say? That the UK and the international community are watching closely what is happening in Nigeria. I'm sure the president's statement is not unconnected with what happened when Justice Onoge was removed. To recall that the UK issued a statement. There was also a joint statement by the US and the UK condemning the act and all of that. So perhaps that is the hindsight of what the president is talking about. But clearly, everybody